guess. Oh my god. I thought I saw him here just now. Okay, my guess. I think he's here. All right. So he actually rubbished Tukonu here, and you would. It was amazing the way he brought Tukonu that you will know that yeah, school not be scam. He was the reason why I shouted school not be scam. So guys, help me welcome the one and only Nosa Hobolayo. Happy no go kill me.
How are
Una
you
need to
today?
go employ me as hype man for that party. Hi Nosa, how are you, Papa?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Why am I not
When
seeing you
when
now?
when you when you when you do some certain levels of introduction, one has to actually tell that you're really good in your job. I give it to you honestly.
Thank you. Please, sir, can we see you?
I'm trying to. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay. No.
I understand.
Okay. Can you guys see me?
Okay, now. Una see the reason why I decided to look good because you cannot come to my podcast and come and intimidate me. What is it? Why will you not come here? I come and be intimidating me with the looks. Hi, Nosa. It's so good to have you tonight.
I'm fine. How are
Thank
you?
you so much for coming.
Thank you very much. Can you guys hear me?
Thank you for your support. I think I'm hearing you guys. Are you guys hearing him?
Uh, Thank you for
Ah!
having me
No
around.
worry, unity. I'm good. I want add that. You know, say I don't the enter show base small small. So I want add that. I feel Mona did the Mona the play. I will soon be presenter. I'll come on a particular they do presenting. I'll they there they watch me. Anyway, thank you so much, Nusa, for coming. It
Thank you.
was not. It's nice having you here. And first of all, I want to say thank you for being a part of this vision and being among my team and being of help to me all this while. So that will bring me to my first question. Why did you decide to be part of this team and help me? What was the motive? It don't you go that? Ah! Oh my god! I tell you, say today we're ready for you. So drink a lot of water, and I'm listening to you.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Jess, for actually gracing this occasion. Uh, to your question, why did I choose to be part of a team? First and foremost, I've always been somebody that is is so tied up to business orientations and empowering people because I was privileged to start up well in Nigeria. I had good educational, not trying to flaunt my muscles, but I was privileged to have dived into different aims of our fair, and I think that during the course of my struggle, I had people who actually believed in me and just gave me a little push. From being in University of Benin and playing politics in University of Benin to graduating and going into the pharmaceutical, and then one person said, guy, you're really good with this accounting stuff. Why not give a shot to it? Not like a young person, but another little man. And then I take a diploma course in banking, and I moved to banking before I actually set out for Europe. So I noticed that every little thought I had, I just needed a little push. And I just got people when I needed a little push. And so I just thought to myself that if I got this, why can't I just give back? And when you brought the idea to me, I was like, whoa, because I actually wanted to start something different, but we had a little shift because I planned to start up something different like this, but it was on the business segment with Lions them, but we had one or two issues that came up mostly from my side, and we had one to pull it off and cancel it, and so I actually loved people who have actually thought more with this app and wants to bring a difference to this app because we're used to Saga, Baby Mama, Baby Papa. So when you brought the idea of podcast, I was like, oh, it's good. And so I just said every little support you will be needing for me to get this done. I'm ready to give it to you, and it's just my own vow to you, and that's just it. Thank you.
Thank you. But have you at any point thought like this? Because I call you, I didn't call you. And sometimes I dey give you order, I say I employ you. Have you ever at any point say to yourself, no, blessing, this girl is doing too much, let me block her, or let at least make she slow down? Have you ever actually at any point feel like this lady is doing too much?
No, I understand. I understand the level at which business operates, and then the day you sign up to business, you have to be disciplined and you have to be focus driven. And even if it sits well with you, doesn't sit well with you, most times I know you call me all hours and say we need these corrections, we need this and this. But it's part of the business and it comes with dedication. And so since I signed up to give my best to it, I just felt that it's a duty call and I just have to honor, and that's just it.
It's just not because say you see fine girl, make you they give your best to it. Oh my God. That's not actually a question, okay? It's not a question.
There's a random answer.
It's not a question. So you can't embarrass me for public platform. I find you don't need to disgrace me. What is it? Guys, we are tapping. Let's take this like to 10K. Like, guys, come on, keep tapping for your girl. Take up the likes. And don't forget to support my live goal. Please, can you guys gift my guest? Just do what you can to support us, okay, guys? All right. There's this confusion that has been going on TikTok. Yeah. Some people think you're married. Some say you are not married. Some say you are married. Please, sir, clear our mind of this confusion that has been going on. Are you married?
To be honest, I was actually married for 6 years, but last year my marriage hit the rock and we call it quit, and presently I'm not married.
Wow. Okay, guys, we are tapping. Let's take a short break. That came out hot, guys. That came out hot. That came out hot to me. That came out. No, that came out hot. That came out hot. I want to take a short break. Guys, let's just take a short break. Enjoy this song. Guys, let's just take a short break. Enjoy this song, guys. Sorry about that. I will do anything for you. Well, I pledge my love for you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Do you think I should be playing this song? No, I should go and play the first song I played before. I don't think I should be playing this song. I don't think I should be playing this. If I should I be playing this one too? No. Let me take this off too. I shouldn't be playing this song, guys.
I stand by. A DBC Conga. Oh, mommy's baby. I stand by.
Guys, we are tapping. Keep tapping. I got baby, but I'm really cool. My heart, yeah.
Like me, I tell you my own, yeah. When you reach to buy me fine things, you will let that today. If I tell you something, you do me better.
Try understand. Wait, not be money that say they keep beauty. If you not give me plenty money, I want to know say you be chairman of Viva Mate. Hey. Chema, do something. Famuleke. Anyway, all right. I don't know if to say I'm sorry for. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but I'll say like we move, we move. In fact, let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move. But how do you feel? Is everything okay? How do you feel?
Yeah,
Was it what you wanted? How do you feel?
there are some things that are part of life you cannot. I think I've always had this structural thinking that life is always predestined. You cannot change the inevitable. Most times you just have to live through it, and so when it got to that point, I just thought, okay, fine. Uh, it is fate has caught up with me, and I just decided to take the bold step. And for now, I don't. It's something as far as kids are involved, you have to be very understanding of that fact. But the most important thing when kids are involved is to have kids raised up in a proper and decent mindset. And so, if there's already a division, I guess you understand the line called division. There's an arrow crossing two dots that shows that there's already a pathway between both of you guys. So you just have to take the bold step and just do what's needed. And so, how do I feel? It's not something everybody seems to be happy with, because 6 years is a big numbers of years of investment and time, and but you just have to accept your fate and move on.
2 questions for you, no sir.
This is a setup lesson.
2 questions for you, no sir. You can trash anyone that you don't feel like answering. But in these 2 questions, I need you to answer one. Okay. Is there still future for love? Do you still believe in love? Do you think in the future you can still get to find love? Is there still
Before,
future for love?
I was thinking no. Yeah, because when it happened, I was like, what else again? It's just for you to pick up your life and you just move on and make good friends. And so I signed up to be going for the trips and then meeting new people. And I think presently now with new people, likes of you, likes of most of the people I've met, and I think there's always a reason for everything. So that's just it. Quincy, you have to suspect blessing.
Quincy,
Thank
why
you.
you dey suspect me? Why you dey suspect me? I dey hold you. What is it? I'm doing my job. Will you not hold me, suspect me if I don't dig deep? What is it? Will you not suspect me if I don't dig deep? But another question I want to ask. Seeing the space where we are, and you know we have a lot of TikTok bullies. Why did you choose to bring it out to public knowledge? Is it just because I asked? Or you just feel it's a normal thing anybody can know? And how can you handle these bullies that we have on TikTok? Because you know this being a public knowledge now, they can start bullying. Do you think it's something that you're ready to handle?
Yeah, but discussing my relationship status, I do find that I would be privileged to be seen as a married man. Yeah, sure. I have had privileges whereby even I was on the submission ground and I was forced to give her the phone to make a submission. That was early of last year. Yeah. But on the areas of bullies, I think bullies actually work for people who are not self-aware of who they are and who wants to feel themselves in the shoes of other. If you come to bully me, 2 things I look at for is that one, it is your mouth. You have the right to say anything you say, but I have the right to control my emotions to the things you say. So if I feel my emotions is not needed to be given to you on the platter of good for what you say, then I don't think I should invest my emotion on you. So I just move on. So that's just it.
Okay, that's good to know. Guys, we are tapping. We are sharing. We are seeing all the 10K likes. Yes, guys, let's take this live to 10K. And don't forget who we have in the house is the one and only Humble Lion. Why Humble Lion? Is there something relative to Humble Lion?
I got the name from my Uniben days. When I was, it was from a friend. A friend used to call me Lion in my 200 level in the microbiology, medical microbiology, by say. And then when I went into politics in school, and then they said, this guy is an humble lion. We used to see him as a lion, but why is he so humble? That's just the way the name coined. Oh, humble lion. Because in my 100 level, they felt I was a lion, but most times when you come very close to me, you say, this guy is humble. And so they just coined the name Humble Lion. So that's how I got the name Humble Lion.
Okay. All right, guys, we are still tapping. We are sharing. Don't forget, you have an opportunity to come up and ask our Humble Lion questions. And like I said before, he is part of my team, and he has been such a support system all this while. So, and I'm quite grateful to you guys. My other papa, there are two. If the next person now can come, I'm looking for him. If only he can come up now and come and join me talk. So that would be nice. But anyway, not everybody like public platform like this. So I prefer it's okay. But the next thing I want to ask you, sir. I've had you debate on issues here on TikTok. What do you think about TikTok bullies?
First, I think
Example, those that said women should not stay in the same spot with men. There's one example, one popular statement that is raining now. They said for step case, if Papa sit down for the first floor, the children ordinary ground they sit down. The wife and children go sit down for ordinary ground while Papa sit down for the first floor. So what's your take on bullies?
first I don't see, honestly, I don't see bullies on TikTok. I always questioned, what does the app means to you? You understand? Everybody should always ask themselves this question, because TikTok is an application just like your banking application, just like your Dream app. It's an application, but it's just an application to connect to people. So the most important thing is that what does the app means to you? Because some people, this app is like an office to them. Some people, this app is like where their life is. They live their reality to please others. Most times, this is where they get their inspiration from. Some this is where they meet friends. Some
Asukri, thank you so much, Mama.
This is where they meet friends. Some this is where they hook up for date and sexual activities. So everybody have different reasons why they are here. And so if the app means that you want to come under the shadow of people, then you can be bullied. But those set of people, I know that you're driving at, most times when I see it's boring, I go up their platform too to discuss with them. Because one thing I always say is that if you don't guide your emotion carelessly, your emotion can be played like a PlayStation pad. You understand? So you're in charge of your emotions, and it is stupid for you to give your emotions to people who actually don't invest in. I always tell people who don't invest in your life does not have the right authority to tell you how to live that life. So if you don't invest, you didn't send me to school, you don't feed me, I don't live under your responsibility, you have no right to tell me how I dictate or do my life. So I think we just give accolades to some certain things that doesn't even deserve half of even a clap. So I think we just have to go back and think better. So for me, I don't have any view of TikTok bullies, I must say.
I know you would want to skip, you might want to skip these questions, this particular question I'm about to ask. But if you can answer it, I'll appreciate it. But if you want to skip it, it's fine. A statement was made that those that come to Blessings podcast are at the TikTok are irresponsible, stupid men. Do you think what do you think that a lady running a podcast that men come to is a bad idea? Do you think it's wrong for a man to, like, you're here now and I'm interviewing you? Does that make you less of a man that you're being interviewed by a woman?
I remember the first time you had this initiative of the podcast. I would actually love to ski, but I happen to be a foundational member of this podcast. I remember the first time you brought the idea of this podcast to me. A Sunday afternoon, I must say, let me refresh your memories. And you're trying to look for who happens to be the suitable person for the first guest. You sat me down, you gave me a demograph of how you want the podcast to be. And I remember I took time to listen to you, and then you actually told me, okay, this is how you want to drive it and everything. So when I listened to the foundation of this podcast, I was intrigued. So I think I would not be a suitable person because people might think I'm speaking from a place of being biased, but I think I took up to 30, 40 minutes to listen to your demograph of how you want this podcast to be. And so for me, I feel that there's a statement the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Knowledge is really, really key, I must say. Podcast actually had nothing to do with gender-based or schematics. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's on the basis of education, enlightenment. Most times I've come on podcasts and I've gotten myself entertained with likes of Okono and the rest of them. I think I had the privilege to watch Poko on your live, and it was crazy. And I was also being lectured by Kronk Dynasty, Tiana. I also was lectured by Mrs. White Vincent to know that I can make a call to the dolphins and the dolphins can come save me when I get drowned in the river. I heard of the European trip and the journey is like. I've been privileged to listen to an industrious mind like Air by Queen. Very intelligent lady, I must say. I give it to her. I also was privileged to be here with Asokri and the rest of them. Even Jerry too. So people come for different purposes to educate people. You understand what I'm saying? So podcast is not actually based on gender or man or woman syndrome or so. No. I think most times people need to have an in-depth understanding of some certain things before they dive into it. So I think TikTok is just a privilege where people cannot actually have decent conversation in the community. Have seen themselves to be of top value to come and speak in issues that they are not meant to because they don't have an in-depth understanding. So for me, I don't see anything wrong with being on the podcast. People had graced people's podcast. Even this Nedu Wazobia podcast was one podcast I used to watch. Today is having Peter Obi, next tomorrow is having a pastor, next tomorrow is having a musician, next tomorrow is having blackface. So I think you just do same too. That's just it.
Thank you so much for that. Coming from you, from a team member, is quite relieving, because this craziness on TikTok sometimes can be like, wow, what is this? But coming from you is a huge relief, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I
You
think I
see?
will also encourage you to do more. I think feedbacks are important, but how you utilize those feedbacks is what matters. So people can see everything. Everybody can be criticized, even if you do the best. Even if you come and put up a podcast and say everybody gets €1 every day for coming, people will say you want to do certain levels of show off. So people always thought, but if you know your goals and your agendas and your strategies and you feel like you're doing the best you can, I think I encourage you to just go on and do it, irrespective of what people will say.
Thank you. Thank you, actually. And my next question for you is, sorry about that. Guys, don't forget we are tapping, we are sharing, we are tapping the live, we are sharing, we are tapping the live. We are tapping, we are sharing. So now I want to come down to Lions Den. Whose initiative was it?
Uh, one of the members just joined. First, it was my initiative to bring up Lions Them. I was having a conversation with Give It Your Best one day, and I was like, I'm tired of what TikTok is beginning to turn into. And then we were just talking for hours, and I like, bro, we can do something different. And I was like, bring it on, and I like, oh, let's do an idea whereby people come and let's give back to society. People come and pitch the ideas and everything, and at the end of the day, if they are able to convince us otherwise of why we should give them the money, then we can give them. And it was like, oh, that's a good idea. So we started talking, and we're like, we need a woman for the program, and I was like, oh, Paula, Miss P was there, like, let's add Miss P to it, and then we did, and the whole initiative was perfect. Miss P came with her ideas, and then we sum up and we kicked up Lions Them. Unfortunately, it could not hold water because I think that I was struck with my divorce process at that period, and one or two stuffs came into the light, and at the end of the day, I think I take the blame, and compassionate feelings came into people. Oh, bro, you're not mentally okay to go through this process, and I had no choice, but we just had to sign that and say, okay, first family first before anything, and so that was just it. So we tried to watching Lions Den, but it was long run, so we had no choice but to just let it die off.
I thought I saw Lions Den is back.
Yeah, we tried to awaken it when I was mentally okay to start it again, but it was already grown and it was already not it wasn't giving that vibe again like we used to have it, because it was already, everybody had it on their posters. Thanks to Jerry's family, they promoted it, but when the tragedy struck, I think they were good friends, honestly. They wanted to focus on family. We can actually come back to this again. And but the funny thing, I was strong, I was still on TikTok, and they did their best to hold it for a long time. We had to postpone. But at the end of the day, we just had to let it lie and lie for peace. So
They say, make you smile. No, sir, smile.
Queen's
They
Lion,
ask you to smile.
okay.
Okay. Now I want to ask some questions. Talking about the trip, you have been on the trip couple of times, right?
Yeah.
You have been on every trip that was done in Jerry's family, right? We didn't hear you.
I've been privileged to the first trip.
Okay.
That was the peak of my problem, family problem. After the peak of my family problem, then my friend Miss P, very good friend of mine, I must say, like, bro, go chill up and come for a trip, and I then decided to make the second trip. Honestly, marvelous. I met wonderful people, I must say. I used to have this thought, and if you have a friend like Miss P, you know that you're in shit. Like, I make this payment, made this payment, then I made the payment, fine. The first one was bad, and it was not, I made it the wrong name, and the flight could not be changed. And the lobby I made, and without okay, fine, shoot up for the trip, and then I went for the first trip. That was honestly an amazing trip, the best trip I've ever gone to, whether being married or single. Yeah, we had liked good, lovely people. It was entertaining from beginning to the end. People came with gift exchange because I didn't plan for the trip. I was even the poorest in the trip because I didn't plan for it, and so I could not. The likes of Miss P came with 2 bags of gift and was just distributing Christmas gift to everybody, beds and bed, and I think I still have it packed upstairs. Bed, and I think what is it then? I before the end of the program, maybe I can go get it. I have to bring it and show. So everybody got 1 pack of each of the gift, and people had other gift exchange. Very mature. I was giving my own space. Nobody interject into your room. You have your key to your room. Everybody cook and eat. We had some nice barbecue. it was one in the that was the first trip I saw people were emotionally down on the last day at the airport. So I think, and then I also went for the next one in Brindisi. Marvelous trip, I must say. People coming together in the evening, you see it, and you are. It was, I think, it was just a treatment for mature minds only. I think because you had your space. You're not tied to doing what you don't want to do. I used to also think like this before going for the trip, like, what are they going to do there? But that was when I also noticed that on TikTok, you don't know people until you meet them on real space because I was privileged to have head clash with Edo Boss every time on TikTok. We're always having it front and back. And then when I went to the trip, I was like, whoa, Edo Boss. You understand? People were on the peak when it comes to maturity. I met likes of Asokri, I met likes of uh, Jerry. I met Jerry. Cromwood and two marvelous woman. I met Miss Model and the rest of them. You could see maturity over around them at a point where I could respect their levels of maturity. I think we had a delay with some of the foodstuffs, and people were like, bro, let's sort something out. And within the space of a minute, 200 euros was raised. Like, whoa. And then when we had one or two this in again at the end of the day, they talk 1 minute. It is not like an organized meeting. People sit down and you see people just exchanging cash among each other, and 300 euros, 350 was just raised, and I was like, bro, this is nice. You could see people come together and use some levels. And when we had issues with the gas, you could see likes of Amanosi going to get fire wound. It's not looking like, oh, what am I doing? Likes of Blazard going to roast some chickens, likes of Jerry serving food. You understand? People were committed to activities. People wanted to be selfless. You could see when you wake up in the morning, one person has picked up the mop the floor, sweep the ground. Everybody was, and it was selflessness all through. So for me, I recommend, I don't know what people think, but I think it's a very mature trip that you should give it a try, I must say.
Keep your recommendation first. We'll get there later. Okay. The trip has been dragged on TikTok. And one of the members of the trip has actually said some things about the trip also. I want to ask, was there any kind of sexual escapade on that trip?
For me, I never witnessed any, to be honest. And then also, I'll be on a fairer note here. I think anybody plus 18 has the right to do what he feels or wants to do, irrespective or regardless of what you think. You understand? Once you're plus 18, even you're authorized to play a porn star in a movie where if you want to play. So for me, uh, I never witnessed any, and I think for me the trip was just it was just there. I think if people speak about something that they've not been to, I don't think it is something that should hold water. You understand? Uh, can you hear me, Blessing?
No, sir, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Let me just run up. You're a bit distracted. So that's just it. But I think I'm done. If you want to have clearer, I think if you want to have a clearer view about something you're not sure of, I think you should venture in that stuff, and then you can be able to come out and say, I was there, I witnessed this and this, and that is why I am saying this and this. So if you're not there, you're not even around the vicinity, I don't think you have any right to speak about something that you've not been. If it is a business venture that this trip was actually into, you can be sued for labor, and you can also be fined for defamation of character because if you come to say I did this and this and you don't have any written proof, You understand? You can be sued for it. So if you want proper clarity, I think, I don't know, the trip is not expensive. You should give it a shot, or you can
Okay.
just
A follow-up question, sir. This is a public platform, okay? And guys, don't tell me how to ask my questions. Make una respect una self, abeg. Una don already know say na curiosity and I'm a born I do for you. So if una come dey tell me I'm a born, na waste of energy. You guys already know that's what I do. Okay, guys? So just enjoy the show. I want to ask questions. So no, sir. This is my question. I am a lady. I want to join the trip. And I'm hearing on social media that women are being passed on the trip. Tell me. Now, as a person that has been on the trip, am I allowed to ask questions? Like, am I safe if I'm coming for that trip? Am I safe? Can I come and be safe?
I was privileged to be.
And also, mind you, in the group where, in the place, in the platform where that statement was consistently made, the one of the lady that was on that trip was on that platform.
Yeah.
Sir, if I was your boyfriend, if I was your girlfriend, and I tell you I'm going on a trip, and this kind of accusation or allegation was made, and one of the person that was on the trip was on the platform where that allegation was made and didn't object to it, what would be your response to the next person that want to go?
Very, very, very nice question. First and foremost, I was privileged to be open to that conversation. I think I had time to be there to listen to when they spoke about the trip. You understand what I'm trying to say? First, the trip was not organized by both parties involved in the saga. The trip was organized by a very good friend of mine, Miss P. You understand? She was the overall anchor of the trip, and she's the one that even the financial stuff goes to plan up this trip. And I've been privileged to speak to her times with her number on her ideology of this trip. You understand what I'm saying? And then in the course of listening to this whole conversation, I think it was a Friday or Thursday, I saw the host trying to also debunk some certain statement, but unfortunately she was suppressed. I share my sympathy with her because I could see that she was trying to say. I didn't see these things that you guys were mentioning, but I think she was suppressed, and I just said to myself, one, how can you speak of something you've not been to with this sense of confidence? You understand? Then I was able to wake up to the reality of life, that people can say anything just to get what they want to get. And so, like I said, I have been privileged to be part of the trip, not once, not twice, traveling all the way from Belgium, leaving my work to take some days off to go chill with these people. I'm not trying to say I'm a reference point to this trip, but I don't think such has ever happened that I am aware of. And if such happened, let me put a disclaimer: if such even happened, I don't think these people are the ones that should be held accountable for people's decision, because you're not in any way linked to me as a father or a brother or a sister or so. You understand? You see, I think like what I always say, and I think after today I might be privileged to change my status to Matthew 7 verse 2. First, remove the Lord in your eyes before you look forward to removing the Lord in people's eyes. I think you should first have a clear introspection about your life, or better still, if you want clarity, come, make your payment, visit the trip, and then you can also come and say, oh, I have a video record where I could see a lady being the picked, or I was actually shared to this lady, and I have a proof. You understand? We should not. It is because we don't understand legal implications of some things we say. I look forward to one day that I get a screen record of where my name is being mentioned to a nonsense saga or an allegation that is not tied to me. Then it is not just about TikTok, but defamation of character is a big crime under European law. You understand? Or you see people handing pictures. When you go and understand the levels of European law, when you hand people's picture against their authorization, you can be actually it is a criminal offense in European law that can cost you 6 months in jail or 150,000 euros as fine. So that is it. And if you try to want to
Okay.
put up a nude, you can be sued for voyeurism. So I just think that's just all I have for the trip.
All right, guys, we are tapping and we are sharing. Please do not forget to tap and share the live. We have still not got it to 10K, guys. Can we take a few seconds and tap and tap and tap and tap? Because me, I have questions to ask again. No, sir. I have questions to ask again. So this, because this podcast is meant for me to ask you questions, not to come and see your fine face. You see all those ones, especially those ones where you say love, they my eye. I don't understand. Fine man, they my front. Love not they my love, nothing enter the eye. What I do now? Mona Zukwanike, I be human being. What is it? Please leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I want to say something 1 minute. I take a desk to
Yes, another place. Your love is wicked.
Guys, we are tapping. Let's go to 50K likes, guys. Come on, let's keep tapping. Tap and share the live. Let's take these few minutes to relax. Drink water. Those of you that are paranoid at the comment section, stop with para. Guys, keep tapping. Guys, let's get to 10K. We are not tapping.
Can I just say something 1 minute?
You will. Just give me a minute. Let's tap to 10K. Guys, 10K, 10K, 10K. Jealousy. See them. Jealousy people. Jealousy. You want to leave me alone? Leave me alone, I beg you in God's name. Let's get to 10K like, guys. Come on, let's do this fast. If everybody is tapping, we'll be there. I think it's the only fake account I have in this platform that is tapping. What is it? Come on, put your hand and tap for me. Hi, Mama. Hi, official. Guys, tap to 10K for me, please. Come on. Tap, let's go on. Tap, let's move on. Tap, let's move on. Those of you that wait the power for me for comment section, more than tap, I beg. More than drink water and tap on your screen. Drink water and tap on your screen. I be am a host. I don't know before. Oh my God. Guys, let's keep tapping, okay? Let's keep tapping. No, sir, you want to say something before I go ahead and ask you my next question? I just want to put up a
disclaimer because I think I just checked my collections of gifts and I found these 2 gifts, I must say. I just wanted to just make for clarity purpose. I think I got this.
No, for us to do what?
For the first.
Why are you not telling us now?
I got this gift from a woman. You understand? For the first trip I visited, I think it's collections of beds from a woman, and then if I actually got the privilege to pay a woman, I don't think maybe it was the dodgy processes that must have given her made her to come with this collection of gifts. And also I got it from a guy too. So I don't so If it
Oh,
is
thank you, Tiana. Thank you, Baba. Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much.
if
Okay,
I
we are
if I
moving on. Do you
okay.
think we are moving on? Do you think, because I've come to realize that this set of men that are accusing the trip like this or saying trash, when they gather up, it's only them that are in the bus. It's not looking like a gay society.
Definitely, I
It's
understand.
not looking like a society of man knack nyash, because it's only them that is in the bus. You hardly see a woman there. So which is not even making me suspect. Say be like saying a man knack man I food there. But if you those of them that this set of men that gang up, do
Mhm.
you think is an act of jealousy? Saying that this group of people going on the trip is a mixture of both men and women. Do you think it's jealousy that actually made them to come up with all these crazy stories that they have been peddling on
No,
TikTok for the past few days?
one thing we cannot take is people are raised differently, and people have different opinion. It is the way your life has been governed. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Thank you, Tiana. So good to see you. It's the way your life is being governed. That is where, like the normal populace, everybody lives with the ideology of genealogy, your nurture and your nature, the environment that you're raised, and the people that you've interacted with. So these guys are also my friends. So I've been privileged to have many conversations with likes of Zadiva, likes of Ray, likes of Kuzibi, likes of Kenny. Kenny, very wonderful and intellectual speaker, I think so. With his brilliant works of parables, I really like his parable most times. And then I was privileged to have conversations with those people. It is the ideology, you cannot change it, you understand. If you don't buy into people's ideology, doesn't mean that it is wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody is actually governed different way. It's just like the idea of UK and the European system. If you I think UK they drive on the right side, but the European system they drive on the left side. If you if you drive on the right side, yeah, it doesn't mean when you cross across to drive in UK you have to follow the same process. You understand? Everybody has the law that governs them, and that law is actually built on maybe experiences or maybe past ideology that they've witnessed that have worked well for them. You understand? Or maybe the way they were actually parented. You understand? So if those ideology have actually worked for them, and I'm also having a different ideology that works for me better, I think we just have to look for a level playing field to be able to understand the best way to be able to navigate ourselves around these people. Most times when I feel any need to, the only thing that even made me stop likes of Zadiva, because me I'm a Pan Africanist and I love when we have to talk about African culture, is because he left from just topic to we started hearing so much of insult, and for me it wasn't just working, but I think everybody has different ideology that works for them, and can it be questioned here? That's why it's open for a debate, but I cannot rubbish it because I don't know their experiences and I don't know how they were raised. So that's just it.
Okay. Talking about, I'm bringing up this question from what you just said. Is the ideology? And you said they can't be changed, which is quite understood. Nobody is trying to change this ideology. But is it right, from your perspective, when they rubbish other people's ideology and sense any bit of success from anybody? Like the trip has been done 3 times, and everybody that comes from that trip has beautiful tales to tell. They call it fun, and I'm registered for the next one because of the exciting places I've seen. They use to do me totori totori. So they said, I say, if I not go there, there are beautiful things they show. I think the last Brindisi on was actually under a rock. I've never been to such a place in my life. And I wanted to be there because of that video. I wanted to say, this next one, I want to experience it. Is it right if these people are now condemning other people's ideology, castigating it, insulting it, and trying to rubbish any little kind of success that they see coming from another person?
Well, I will answer this question diplomatically, not to be picked in the wrong way. I think what is right to you might be wrong to another person. You understand? See, that is why I always tell people follow people that align with your purpose and your vision. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it is like me coming to say, I have seen God manifest in my life, so the Islamic religion is fake. No. If I have seen God manifest in my life and I'm marketing God to people, I think I should just focus on the Christian light. There's also a page on the trip in respect to event that has happened, travel to recharge. I think you can go and check for yourself and see some of the beautiful things that has happened. Everybody has the right to speak, you understand? Even the Christ to worship, there was a time that people spoke negative and ill about him, that at the point Barnabas was preferred to him. And you understand, in life it's just when you already have a destined divine purpose to achieve in your life, I think the least thing you should ever think of is distractions of what people think or say about you. Because one, it doesn't, if what you say about me doesn't affect my bank account, doesn't regularize what happens in my home and my parenting of my child, I don't think, or that's why I always say people don't have right to invest in your feelings when they've not invest in you themselves. So if you want to give people your feelings, you understand, to manipulate or control, then they should also be they should have invested in you to get to that place that they can have that license to, you understand? Like you have a license, driving license. For you to have a driving license, you invested your time to go in for driving classes, you took the exam and everything. So that is when the country felt like it needed that you have the license. So I cannot give you my feeling when you've not invested anything in my feeling. So for me, I think we're doing too much than expected. Done.
Oh, guys, in the comment section, can you guys stop? Vengeance. Vengeance is coming for you. Oh. Vengeance is coming for you. Respect yourself. Vengeance is of the Lord. That's what the Bible said. Oh my God. I know this video I'm making now, a lot of people are screen recording, and I know tomorrow I might end up being the topic of discussion, but una fit do me favor, una they make me topic of the church, una fit put this sound. Ta-da-da, 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 ta-da-da. Ensure that is part of the sound, so it will remind me of NTA of those days, because that's what you guys are actually old news. But anyway, now we are down to the issue that has been happening on TikTok. Oh my God. My God. Guys, we are tapping, we are sharing. We are tapping, we are sharing. Okay, guys? I want to know your view on the saga that has been going up on TikTok for some time now. I want to know your view on Jerry, Big Trouser, Sagari coming with an Mama Chidera, and Mama Chidera retaliating the same energy back to him. Do you think that connote any way signs of loyalty in friendship? Because these two people once called themselves brother and sister. So can you tell me, do you think it's the right way friends should fight?
To be honest, I'll just give you a kind answer. These two are adults, and adults are responsible for their decisions and their actions. So they should go sort themselves out, and that's just all I can say about it. I wish them the best of luck. I feel it's not needed. I feel it can be handled in a more mature and civilized way, and it can be handled off TikTok. But I think the adult, I have no view about it. I just wish them that they can have peace for the sake of their mental health and their kids, and they can take it off TikTok and go sort somewhere. But I look forward to having a better response next week over seeing that both people can coexist in love and in harmony. I wish them best of luck. That's all I can say.
Guys, Are you guys seeing the diplomacy Nosa is using to answer all my questions? Are you guys seeing it? No problem. He's giving me diplomatic response. Guys, we are tapping, we are sharing, we are tapping. But like he said, best of luck to the Saga people. Best of luck. I also share the opinion that you guys should sort yourselves outside of TikTok and stop giving hungry men opportunity to start using you to climb to the next level, to be fighting hungry ex-boyfriend, hungry baby papas, hungry husband that is not. So stop using you guys to climb to the next level. Just sort your issues out of TikTok. Friendship is more than that. But then again, we are tapping, we are sharing, we are tapping, we are sharing. Now, I must ask you this question, Osa. Do you think it is normal? Because I am scared at this point. I'm scared that if I find love here on TikTok and we have an issue and we break up, the matter will become a public conversation that the ex will climb a platform and start disgracing his generation. Do you think it's the right thing to do when you go into a relationship and the relationship ends? Do you think it's right to bring the issue down to TikTok and then start having a public show of shame regarding the breakup?
Hope is not tied to this present issue that is going on. I don't think it has anything
Sir,
to
please
do.
answer my question, sir.
But I think
Leave issues. Just answer my question, sir.
is being in a relationship with somebody that have sense, whether friendship, relationship, just have somebody that have sense and somebody that has empathy. You understand? When those two things have been put in place, sense is very important. You understand? And I always tell people, when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. You understand? So when you're in a relationship with somebody that have sense and empathy, life become easy and seamless. But for me, you can find relationship anywhere. I think so. You can find love anywhere. But the most important thing is always allow your value and your I think your purpose be firm. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that when any of each parties, you understand, meet each other, they know that okay. Like I always say, do you know that there are some people on this TikTok that no matter I'll use a general example, and if Coco is here, she's my friend, I know she will not sadder me. No matter how Coco is pissed off, when these people shows up on their box, they are come to first greet these people. I don't know whether you've witnessed it. If you've been to like Coco's platform, there are some set of people that shows up and they'll be like, good afternoon, sir. You understand? When you define what you stand for in TikTok, people will know how to address you for that. So you understand? I'm not saying anybody cannot be sad at, but I think just have somebody that have sense and the level of empathy to view things from the other side of life.
Okay, no, sir. My question is, do you think a woman, if I date a guy... Okay, no, sir. My question is, do you think a woman, if I date a guy, if I date a guy and the guy comes up to start talking trash about what happened in our relationship, to start, displaying public ridicule, to start expressing or exhibiting show of shame on TikTok, disgracing his generation and everything around him because he wants to prove a point. Do you think I should be blamed for that? Should I be blamed for that kind of action if I'm in a relationship with somebody and after a relationship no work, I can't break up? Then the person can't carry matter on TikTok, can't disgrace himself. Do I share in any blame? Should I be blamed like that? And guys, if you have any questions, send in your request so I can bring you up to question, Nosa. If not, we'll be rounding up with Nosa shortly. Because be like say all of una make up una mind say Nosa, una no one question today. So if there's no question, it's fine. But if you have any question for Nosa, I don't say no, sir, don't go buy ball of una for back. Say, Mona, no go question her today. But it's good. Go ahead, no, sir. Thank you.
I think I'll answer this question using, I think for those who actually studied physics, there's a law of motion that Newton taught law of motion. For every action, there must be an equal and opposite reaction. So what am I trying to say? For any relationship that goes sour, both parties has to be blamed, irrespective of who is the
They
macho
say you
and
get a
who.
shower face. Is it true? They say you get a shower face.
So you understand what I'm saying? So
I'm
if
sorry
you
for that. Go ahead, please.
so yeah, Newton taught law of motion. For every action, there must be an equal and opposite reaction. So for every action you take to actually choose, because it is like I made a perfect example. You go to the shop and you know that your size is size 45, and out of curiosity or happiness you went to buy size 42 of shoe size, and you come home and you're complaining, why is the shoe size not getting into my leg? You also have to take the blame. You could be patient to go for size 45, or you just, so it's either you fade in actually knowing your purpose in life by choosing somebody that doesn't align with your purpose, or you made the mistake, so you to be blamed and the person too also has to blame. That's why I said go for somebody that have sense. Quincy, how are you? Quincy, not you, God.
Oh
Give me your question.
Ah,
Good evening.
my God.
Sir, I
Hi,
have a
Christy. Go
question.
ahead with your question.
Like, why are you not smiling? Like, you are always too serious.
Am I being serious?
Yeah, you are too serious. I feel like you know they smile. What's wrong? You can smile now. Because it's like they push you, they do podcast, you get. So I think you can be just smiling a little bit. That's what I wanted to say.
Smiling
It's
now.
not really a question though. Just
Thank you.
smile.
I'm smiling there on
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Quincy. It's a perfect feedback. I will try to. Danny,
Now
it's
your
not.
name. You say you not go answer your question. Come up and ask your question. Don't worry, Nusa is here to answer any question. And Nusa, you know there is a place I have not touched.
You can ask any
You know
question.
there is a place I have not touched.
You can ask any question. I'm not
Guys,
into
we are
your
tapping. Can we tap to 15K likes, guys? Can we tap to 15K? We are tapping. Now everybody does the same request. It's like it has set. It don't cast. Hey, don't cast, it don't cast. Everybody's sending request. I think now they have your time. But in the meantime, guys, we are tapping while I bring up the next person for their question. We are tapping. And before we go, there is a question I must ask you, Nusa. And you have to give answers to this particular question, sir. Go ahead, Femi.
February, tell me.
Hi, Mr. Nosa. So I just want to ask you, I put Mr. so that you know, God tell me say you know about my course later, my beta test. Okay. So I just want to ask the question. The question be say, what you think about all this saga? And if person come TikTok newly, the person don't know about this kind of word or war, right? Like this. What you go advise the person to do? And the third question be say, how person go fit to really stay neutral from the wars? Thank you.
I think I picked up the first question. What I think about this saga, honestly, is entertaining. When I came first to TikTok, I was more stuck with Brookro's Live because I was using TikTok to work at that time. So I just logged on to work, put my head plug, and I started to hear you want me to show you your picture? It was very massive. See this guy, you want to share my picture? So Brookro was the light of the party, and then when I'm done, I go around to discuss with friends on TikTok about what. Then I ran into other people's platform and stuff like that, and TikTok has always been a very very entertaining space. I think the problem is that we have a misplaced priority on TikTok because now people live their reality on TikTok, and then they live their fantasy on real life. And so for me, it's entertaining. I enjoy the TikTok, and I think the saga is I think one thing is that if you don't water a seed, it will not grow. I think most times if we don't water some people's ego to a certain level, I think the saga would not have gone this far. So that's just it.
Now your name. Your question will not be taken until you come up and unmute and use your mouth to ask that question. That's how I brought Mayo. They were chatting. Blessing don't carry a boyfriend come podcast. Blessing don't carry. No, sir, Humble Lion is a popular name on TikTok, guys. Can you guys let me breathe? Before I go use this to push me at our relationship. What is it? I told you guys when I'm in a relationship, you know. I won't hide it. I will say that I'm in a relationship. When I give me bread, now don't they try and match me with any man will come now. Now they match me. I beg Mona Zukwani Kejave. So we go to the next person. So let me go for the next. Winnie D has a question for you.
Damn, only smart.
Hi.
Hi, Mama. Go
everyone.
ahead with
Hi,
your
Nosa.
question.
Hi, Blessing. Hi, viewers. Yeah, I have a question. Nosa, are you married? Or are you in a relationship or situationship? And my second question, why are you so calm? Are you like this in real life or it's just TikTok?
Okay. The first
Laron,
question he has already answered that before. But if you still want to answer it, it's fine.
when we started this podcast, I was being asked. I said that I was married for 6 years and presently I'm divorced at the end of last year. And then presently I'm just rolling around with friends and having a good time with nice people. Even your sister is part of them as my good friend. The next question is, why am I so calm? Maybe I don't know. Maybe food never done. Maybe when I eat. General Blaze, I see you, the boss. Respect, man. Maybe when I have something to, I'm an introvert, but when I have something that sparks some delight, I can go from 0 to 100. You did not go to.
Please. Come up and ask that question. I want to hear you come up and ask that question yourself. Come up and open your mouth and ask that question and let me screen record. Are you for real? Oh my god. Hi, Asukri. Please go ahead.
Hola, how are you, Nosa?
How are you, Asukri?
I'm alright. Somebody said it's not so like this calm in real life. It's not calm. Me, I tell Nana. When he deal with you, he go cry. As I was saying, do you have a crush on TikTok? And secondly,
Calm down. Asukri, calm down. I'm looking at you now. Calm down.
why you have a question though? Have you got a crush on TikTok? And secondly, do you see yourself dating from TikTok?
Nice question. First question, do I have a crush on TikTok? I don't think I have a crush on TikTok, but I have good friends on TikTok.
No, sir. You want us to cast this interview now? Is that what you want? We should show ourselves here now. You made the flyers for Asukri, and you told me to tell her the motive behind that flyer. That when she came up on this platform, I told her that the flyers was from her crush on TikTok. Because that is what you said. So can you explain to me why you are saying you don't have a crush on TikTok? Explain to me, sir.
I don't have a crush on TikTok. Yeah, I use that statement because when I came on TikTok, I think Asukri was beautiful and I just liked her. That's why I always tell you. Well, I don't have a crush. I think I had good friends. I had a crush before, but I felt it wasn't it wasn't needed again because I think what's the use of tying up to people sexually when you can be friends with them and get good potentials from them, not sexually, but have a free mind to invest in them as them being privileged to invest in you, and so with time, energy, good ideas, and the rest of them, and so before I used to have a crush, yeah, but I've met good friends, and there was no usefulness for crush because what's the use of settling for crush when I can aim higher and have good friends? And I met like I met you, and you're a very good friend. Queensley, good friend. Miss P, wonderful friend, I must say. And then I met good people. So sticking up to crush, yeah, I once told you Asokri was my crush on TikTok, but
It don't end. The next question: will you sign up for dating somebody on TikTok?
yeah, I said if I only look forward to two things on settling down in a relationship. I think two, no three, but partially two important things, and that is you must have sense. I need to see that you have sense. When I mean sense, you think with your brain, you understand, and then you must have empathy. You understand, empathy is very key. Then selflessness is something that is here and there, but sense is very important. I want to be privileged to communicate with you and don't have to explain myself. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I mean. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I mean. I want to communicate with you with a sense of understanding. So sense is very important for me. Miss J,
All right.
My question, make I ask my question. As all of us don't know now, say Mr. Anosa officially single, bachelor single of TikTok. Before we don't know, now you don't do general government announcements. Now, wait, I get my question. And my question be say, first of all, why you not talk since? Why you not talk since? Why you call the talk am now? After woman when you supposed to do the date now, you don't
Your
let
eye
nobody
be
say.
there. Your
No,
eye
I
be
dey speak for I dey speak for a friend. A friend know himself, he dey there, dey hear me. Secondly, wetin be your red flag? And thirdly, you fit date, maybe you don't answer this one. You see anybody for here wey be like say lawama no see single father. Now you there they talk again single father man no see last time me started. So the third reason be say you see anybody for here for TikTok wey be like say go fit be your future wife, because we get many single ladies for this our family. Listing and remembrance.
Guys, we are tapping. I think we are tapping, and don't forget to support my life goal. I just pinned it. Mona, give me some chocolate. Eat now. Support my life goal, guys. Somebody give me a chocolate to show. Go ahead, Nasa.
The tension of the question has made me forget the first question. What was the first question again?
Why you not quit talk? Say you single. That's the first question. Why didn't you say it on time?
Divorce is something that when it eats you, it's something that takes so much part of your flesh. I guess whether you're the orchestrator of the divorce or you're the one being the receiver of the divorce. I think so. And then there was no need. I wasn't tied to looking for a relationship on TikTok, so that's why I said the app means differently to different people. So the way the app meant to me was not on the basis of a relationship. And then the second question is what? Second question is Fembrit, please can you come and
I think I lost that second question.
Fembrit, Miss Modella, how are you?
Doctor in the comment section. I don't understand. How they say they diagnose who still broken and who not still broken? They said you need time. How long do you need, no sir? Go ahead, Daniel, with your question.
Hi everyone, good evening, Blessing Podcast, and good evening, Bros Noza. I greet the family. First of all, I would like to say I'm sorry, sir. You understand? Say break up, not be waiting, they take the laugh or take the play. But that aside, my question is, though you've been talking, let me say you've talked ahead of it, but I want to take you back. You made mention of Newton's third law, right?
Yeah.
In every action, there's always an opposite reaction.
Yeah.
That is what is happening about this saga. But if you should take a look at also the first law of Newton, he said,
The law of
if
inertia.
there is a body, are you hearing me?
Bro, I
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you.
Okay. If you should look at the first law of Newton, he said, if there is a body in motion, it will always be in motion. Or if a body is at rest, it will always be at rest, except an external force act on it.
Yeah.
Because you were in a platform, though I don't want to start mentioning it, whereby a guy said, he even bullied you with the word. He said, it not be that no sir when the form say he too go school. What do you think about this saga? Like, what kind of force do you need? Do you think that we can apply to it so that the thing will stop? Because why I'm asking this question is, you see, this family, most of us that are here, we also go to, let me say, Jerry's platform. Even some of us also go to the other platform. You understand? Because we be like say, no, opposite. Now we call the B. we the waka here, they listen here. The thing now, we want go to use and they rub each other. But I think if there should be something like quarrel, there should also be a solution of calming it down. You understand? I don't know what you take about it. Like, what kind of thing you think that we? No. The main question is, what's your opinion, or what do you think that most of us can do so that this thing will stop? Since we are all like, we are ratification of friends that we are friends to, are friends to others, and are also to others. I don't know if you still understand me.
I get a question.
Yeah, he got you. Thank you, Danny.
I'm trying to say, I'll answer your question to the Newton first law of inertia, which is law of motion. A body can continue to be at rest or uniform motion, except an external force is added upon it. So, the best way we can keep the body at rest or in uniform motion is to take away the external force. So, we are the external force. We are the ones being fake here. And I said we because including me, we are the ones playing partisans and say, no, I want to buy people's energy, I want to buy people's issue, I want to buy people's fight and stuff like that. So following your first law, thank you for giving me that line. Remove the external force, you understand, which is the law of inertia, then I think the body will continue to be in a state of rest. So the third parties who seems to be playing the lover man or the lover woman should stay off it and allow both parties to sort themselves out.
Okay, Winnie, go ahead with your question.
Yeah. No, sir, you could. Why are you folding your hands? Are you cold? Is there no heater in your house? I'm not done.
Will you get-
Don't drop me. I'm not done. My second question: the way you always help the host, you're always here to support her. Are you supporting her because you see her as a sister, or you are supporting her with another interest? Maybe selfish interest, or maybe I don't know, friends with benefits, or the word.
There's a popular song I used to listen. I think it started as rules. Never miss business and with pleasure. When the host brought this idea of the podcast to me, I saw it as a business, and I think we've had front and backlash most times when she's experiencing some one or two wrong observations or one or two crossing the lines and breaking boundaries. I can put up a call, and most times I scold her like she's my daughter, and I say, no, you don't do this on the podcast. You're trying to bring a damaging reputation to the podcast, and this is not the idea you told me from the beginning. We have front and back. I think if it was tied to emotions, I don't think we should be driving on this podcast or taking it to the next level. Even most of the time, some of the guests that that I think she gets too carried away and she over interviewed. Most times I put a message across to her that no, this and this. I think the idea of the podcast was strictly for business, and if I seek a relationship with the host, I think it's best I can do it in another angle, not using the podcast as a yardstick
I
for
would
it.
go off my warm, make I go off my microwave. Okay, make I flash my question. So, Mr. Nosa, I just want to add to the addition of what Queensley asked before. Mr. Nosa, and somebody said if you are cold now. So, Mr. Nosa, you seem like a really nice man, a really nice guy. And so, according to the contribution you've given so far on TikTok, we have seen you to be a responsible person. Yes. So, what is your contribution to the as in what was your contribution? You said we didn't know that you were divorced. We thought you were married because we usually would see kids with you, right? So, how did you contribute to it that it didn't work? Was there any fault from you? Was there any fault? What was your own contribution? How did you contribute to not making it work? Thank you. And
Okay.
lastly, wait
Okay.
first. Why?
I don't already drop you. Send your request. That lastly, you do and last. No, sir, go ahead. Go ahead. We have a couple of people still wanting to ask Nosa questions. So, guys, I'll take one. I'll take others. Nosa, go ahead with your answer. How did you contribute? Or you want to skip it? Remember, you can always skip any question you don't want to give answers.
I'm just trying to, because I had good 6 years of marriage, honestly. What's my contribution to the failure of my marriage? I think the failure of my marriage is solemnly on me. It's not if I am married and I have the privileges to have lived 6 years with this woman, and I was privileged to got her pregnant, and she was meant to start a child for 9 months, and the marriage is not what I think. It is on me, irrespective of what she has done. I think I should be able to navigate my home. I think so. It's like I always see marriage as a setting of like a plane, and you being the pilot of the plane, and you telling this woman, come on with me, and I'm taking you to a destination that suits you best. You understand? And if at the point of the plane crashes, or the woman seems to say, I'm not wanting to be in the marriage again, I think it's solemnly on me. Maybe I lost my leadership, and so I just had no other choice but to let her go. And I wish her the best.
He's taking out the blame. Anyway, Queensley, go ahead with your question.
If you have a son for me, and if you expect me to come here and say my wife was this, that's stupidity. If I actually sign up to marry her, it's on me, and if the marriage is not working out, I lost my leadership, and like I always say, I wish her the best, and I wish her she gets a man that seems to be far better than me, and I can take her to that destination she so wish, and also help me parent my son in a good spirit, and that's just it.
Go ahead, Queensley.
Okay. What advice you would give to people that are in marriage, or people that are about to get married, or people that are about to get like divorced? So what is your advice for them? Because you already have 6 years of experience, so I believe you can still advise. So what is your advice to those people? I mean, I don't finish.
Yeah, what's my advice to people who are married? Is a beautiful thing. You cannot take that away, because I have 6 lovely years of marriage. Sorry, with my ex, lovely years, I must say. We started in Nigeria before I came here, and I established, and I made a process to get them over here. So 6 years of good experience. I think last year was there's a book I'm trying to study on numerology. I don't know those who actually are good readers. Maybe they can join me on it. 2024 had so much of upsets with people's home and marriages. Some people survived, but I noticed there was so much of crashes, so much of fade stuff. 2024 was a very big year, I must say. So I'm actually doing a astronomy study of numerology presently to know what's so unique about 2024, because 2024 was, everybody experienced one or two disasters in 2024, I must say. So I think maybe my fate was done at 2024, and I just have to let it be. So my advice to marriage is, if you're married, stay in it is a good thing. Stay off TikTok if you're married. The advice you can get on marriage is you and your husband. You understand what I'm saying? You don't. Nobody can actually tell you how to pilot your home. Yeah, 2024. I see it as a divorce year. Thank you very much, Tim. Like there was something numerology more, and yeah, I think I'm actually doing a study on it. And if I am done, maybe I can. If I am free, I can write maybe like a thesis on it, because 2024 was a very devastating year for people. Lost so much big things they've craved for. So what's my advice if you're married? One thing you need to understand is that two twins getting married to two twins too from another family, their marriage can never be the same. So I don't have any right to come tell you how you're going to pilot your marriage. And I think follow the rules, the pros and cons of your marriage, and I wish you the best of marriage. Those who are actually planning for divorce, think twice before you do it. I think so. And if you know that, one thing I would say, if the foundation of your marriage is already destroyed, it is only a matter of time. You just amending the marriage. So if you checked the foundation of your marriage, which is perfect communication, is not there, then I think do what pleases you, but most importantly, put it in God in prayers. And if God says quiet, and for the sake of the kids, not to be raised in them, because it is better to have kids raised in different home where they can feel external forces of parenting than being raised in a place where it might not be physical abuse but emotional abuse. Being in a home that parents are experiencing gaps, it's also an abuse to the mindset of the kids, you understand? Because you're already giving these kids the idea that who can they actually show favoritism to. So that is it, Shabot.
All right, guys, we are taking a minute to tap to 15k likes, guys. Come on, we have 29 people here watching. Can you please tap on your screen? Let everybody tap before we go to the next question. Can we tap, guys? I'm waiting. I'm only seeing Miss Modena tap, guys. Thank you, Daniel, for tapping. Guys, can we keep tapping? Can we keep tapping? Can we keep tapping? Can we keep tapping? The person will say Nosa never heal. Nosa need help, I beg. I need a woman for Nosa so that Nosa can go and heal inside the relationship. Let him go and heal with the help of a woman. Today, I want to matchmake Nosa. It's not becoming too much. If you're interested in him, you send in your request after I'm done with questioning. I will matchmake him. I want to matchmake you. I will matchmake you whether you like it or not. Guys, we are tapping. Let's get to 15k. We're almost there. Thank you, official Mommy J. Guys, thank you, Miss Modena.
Miss Modena, I see you respect, man.
Thank you, Winnie D. Let's tap. We are going to 15k. Come on, guys. Let's tap. Don't go to his DM. Come on, my boss. I will matchmake you guys. Don't go to his DM. I will go my DM. Please, let him come to your DM. I think so. Yeah. Now your name. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's keep tapping. Let's get to 15k. Then we'll move on. Let's get. How many of you have noticed my nose ring? I thought of putting an earring here. But I just say, let me try this or that. And I'm feeling the vibe. I should go and put. What do you think? Should I go and put on my nose? Do you think it will fit me? Oh yeah, guys, let's keep tapping. We're almost there. Just 100 to go. Official Mommy J will take her question. Let's go. Yeah, guys. Hit it. Who is not tapping? Your one and only brilliant host in the building. The next person I want to go interview now President Donald Trump. Go ahead, Official Mommy J. Thank you guys for the tap, but let's keep tapping.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Pretty host, good evening. Okay, so I guess I've just got this two questions to ask you. What do you think about people joining them in every platform on TikTok? You know, you said something earlier about a certain woman that even that when you go there, she paused to greet you. That's because you've actually showed yourself. Like she hold that person to some higher, respect to something. So, but what do you see about because I've seen a couple of people that every live you go, you see them there, like they just want to talk, they just want to contribute, they just want to say something, even when they have, just what you have to say about that. And secondly, you talked about if you've been married, you should stay off TikTok. Can you please elaborate on that? I really want to know why you said that. Thank you.
Thank you, Official Mommy J. Thank you.
The first question, people I tend to see so much on TikTok live from page A to page B. I think TikTok has also developed them fork.
That shock just gripped you. Go ahead and answer our questions, sir. We are ready for you.
Sorry for that. My good friend just stepped up. What? I need to do myself bad. I know that I'm going to be careful.
Okay. Oh my God! Let's take some minutes. Should we take some minutes?
No, okay, it's fine.
So you drink water?
Your question. Most times when you see people on different boxes on TikTok, it's on two. I'll answer this question on two faces. Some people, like I always say, when I'm privileged to see my first damn one this morning.
Let's take a break. No, sir. Let's take a break. We are tapping. Let's tap. No,
I'm fine. Okay. General,
we are tapping. I know, but I want us to take 1 minute break. Okay. I know you're fine. But can we take a break? 1 minute break.
My money, my body, now your own. If I tell you, say I love you, my money, my body.
Now this kind of I define when money and body are my own. Do I get money? You get money.
Versace and Gucci for your body.
You even get 1 million. Let alone say na 30 billion. Eh? I know that because no start single, I no go hustle for man. I dey hustle for my own. Guys, we are tapping. Let's tap to 16K, guys. Come on, complete it. Let's go to 16K.
For your love, I go say you do me juju, cause I'm feeling the juju. Take it to you, I wanna dash it to you. You can have it to you. You know I got this to you. I love you. There's nothing above you. Get you. I like your knees, get you. Okay,
guys, let's get to 16K, so we'll start.
If I tell you,
say I love you. Your money, my body, now your own. No.
30 billion.
Oh my God, guys. Now me, they collect the man money and the body, oh. Not be the man, they can collect my money and my body, oh. Mona get receive that one now. Don't come to my DM thinking I have money. So that thunder that we ever shoot will not visit you the There's money. Oh my God. All right, no, sir.
So
Let's go
back
on
to
with
Mom
you.
J. Sorry, it wasn't like I took your question for granted. First, you said people drop boxes to, this TikTok can give you different callings. I must say, I'll answer the first answer in a sarcastic way by saying that most times when you see people do that, you just know that maybe they are taking an industrial training on being a radio presenter or a podcast host, or maybe they want to start up a therapy on marriage counseling or stuff like that. So they feel like everybody needs to get their messages and stuff like that. Maybe they want to actually sign up business with marketing and advertising. So I think because when you go from one place to the other, it's properly marketing, and so maybe they are doing rehearsals or they are actually doing an IT training or newscast. I think that's a perfect system. So I think, and then secondly, I think maybe because they're bored and they just discovered their talent that they could speak beyond the way they felt that they could speak. I always say that many people on this TikTok, they left the village. They did not have the privilege to be in Port Harcourt, Lagos, or Benin. They just left from like Rumi or Ubiaja or Auchi, and the auntie just said, I have a paper, come and get close to Agadez and I can push you through the boat and you're in Europe, and the black hole. So most of them, it's not on educational standard, but most of them, so when they come on TikTok and they be like, whoa, so maybe the first podcast they went to or the first box they went to, they gave a very rubbish but brilliant submissions to the like minds like them, and so they got like 10 rules and they be like, whoa, I never knew I can be this intelligent like this. And then it is a call of duty that they have to go on other boxes to try their knowledge. And so it varies for people, but I think if you feel like you run into a TikTok and you feel like, one thing I've noticed on TikTok, I'm sorry to say, listening is a very difficult thing on TikTok. It's always fun when I stay on the box and or because I'm always used to comment section and I see people say, let me talk, now it's my turn to talk, and I be like, bro, what is really happening? Like, listening is also part of education. You're educating people by listening. So some people want to talk and you say like, oh, drop them, oh, mute them, you did create, let me talk. I'm like, oh, you understand? Most times also it helps you to clear your mouth, or when you talk a lot. And so I think people use it as a therapy too. So
No, sir, is enough. Go to the next question.
what I need to say.
You said if you're married, stay off TikTok. Elaborate on it, please.
Yeah, because when I joined TikTok 2019, 2020, I think I spent over 1 year plus on comment section. Inspiring generation, I see you, bro. Yeah, and after then, I started with Cheesy's platform where I met likes of Queen Amina and the rest of them. And then I moved over to Jerry's platform because of the pathway of Asokri. I know you're going to stagger me on that, so let me just say it myself. So I moved and then I stayed focused. And I met Brilliant Mind on Jerry's platform. I met General Blaze in the building. Big shout out. Dave Lord, them. You understand? I met Dave Lord. I met Easy Motion, Yala, Edo Boss. Edo Boss was my rival at that time on Jerry's platform. When I was there, we could have a topic discussed and it was so intellectual, you understand? Even if I thought I knew some certain things, I actually learned so much from the wisdom of likes of Edo Boss, Dave Lord, likes of Konku Dynasty, SBC, very nice presenter. Big Things, 2 Chainz, I think 2 Chainz was here before. I met intelligent people, even from the women's side, Miss P, Queenette, Queensley was, I love Queensley's energy. I give it to you, Queensley. We had lots of different people come to give brilliant submission. If your name was not mentioned, and I remember you in my heart. So, but presently, TikTok has now moved from that ideology to where you see people come up on the last day of the month in Jerry's platform and they validate you based on how your behavioral pattern is on TikTok. And when you have those validations, these are feedback of people who have listened to you in that period of years, and you get constructive criticism. You understand? Oh, you do this, you do this. If you're wise, you jot them down and if you're also people's pleaser, you try to work on them so that people don't see you in that level. But as it grew, as the
Please,
app
Musa, 1
produced,
minute. Please let me tell Cupcake that she's intelligent.
probably they said
Because
you're
she said you're
intelligent.
discriminating her. Tell her she's intelligent so that we can move on.
You're intelligent, sorry. I never knew I was a B post or I was a courier service. It's you can see
Move
I've gotten
on.
it. So,
Can you move on?
so classism came into the picture, and SADA came. There was division of group, ideology changes, pride became the order of the day, and so presently now, if you in this circle of things on TikTok, I think it's very disastrous if you want to save your home. So mm, I think it was part of the issue of my own marriage was TikTok partially, not from my end. Yeah, but TikTok plays a very vital role. New ideology came where people tell you that um, if you do this to your husband, you're a very stupid person, and then they are the ones that are even being served and the net than like I see. I share this story for better clarity. There is a platform I used to go. The lady always gives relationship submission. Like I was like, this lady has a perfect relationship, but honestly, this lady is one of the champion of the red light district in Brussels. Like, damn, the day I ran into her, I was like, whoa. So you're the one giving submission on TikTok, and you're the one who can lay down for 20 euros on Brussels district. So I was like, whoa. So I tend to understand that people say things that are not real on TikTok. You understand? If you want to really see most of them on TikTok, you understand? You see them on Brussels district, Antwerp district. You understand? I've never been to Amsterdam. Yeah, red light, but I don't want to say red light for embarrassment purpose. So you see them there, and when they come, you see people that men coming to give sweet submissions, but they're jobless. You understand? Because I always ask myself, when a man stays on, I can stay on TikTok, but when your core values is just to go on boxes money tonight to do submission, I think it's a clear definition of joblessness. Honestly, you understand? You should have family values to look at for. And then here's some people who come up the boards to say the opposite of what they live for. You understand what I'm saying? Hypocrites and people who have ruined ideology towards life and so if you're actually married and you want to cherish your home, I think stay off TikTok or come for TikTok with just an app, not to learn. Like in rounding up, I always tell people if you feel you're very intelligent, go and take a school in marriage counseling and start up a full program on it than coming on TikTok to form like you cancel better and you live a very fit life. That's just it. Dave Lot.
All right. Before we move to Dave Lot, just a minute. Somebody said something in the comment section. I want you to analyze. Let's keep that. Dave Lot, go ahead with your question.
Great Univen student. Good evening, Blessing, amiable host, and good evening, my brother from my alma mater. I got you especially. Let me just go into the questions and not tabble around. So I have two quick questions for you, and it's on the scope of loyalty. Yeah. So the first one is there's a school of thought or the general saying that fake loyalty is worse than open betrayal. Do you agree? If yes, why? And if no, why? Can I move to the next question? Did you get that? Or
Just
should I take it again?
Okay, I got that.
You got that, yeah? Yeah. So now the second question, simply put, loyalty, there's also another school of thought that says loyalty is when you have every reason to walk away, but you choose to stay. I repeat, there's a school of thought that says loyalty is when you have every reason to walk away, but you choose to stay. Based on this, do you think that a failed relationship lacks loyalty from the beginning? Thank you.
Dave Lot, when there's a popular parable that says that when the hunter learns to shoot without missing, the bird has to learn to fly without perching. Dave Lot, I'll start with your second question. Feed loyalty. Your second question was just on the basis of loyalty. Merit, I see you. For me, if you have every reason to leave, but you choose to stay, I go against your school of thought. I think that is not loyalty, that's stupidity. You know, if there's so much reason for you to stay, I don't see the reason why you should leave. You understand? If there's even a reason for you to stay, but if there's every reason for you to leave and you choose to stay, it's not loyalty, it's stupidity. You understand? So for me, I think that's stupidity. Most times people mistake stupidity for loyalty, I think so. But I can be challenged later. I know what my brother is capable of doing. Then for the first question, open betrayal tied to faith loyalty. I think it's better you show me a faith loyalty than you give me an open betrayal, because there's always a popular parable that says, you know, they naked me for outside, don't cover me for inside. You understand what I'm trying to say? So for me, every loyalty is faith, you understand, because it's opinionated one, and our loyalty is always tied to, we'll have a discussion on that. I already know. Our loyalty is always tied to one or two personal benefits, you understand. In our present day society, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I think I'll prefer that you give me faith loyalty. At least it is my brain that processes it as being faith. You understand what I'm saying? Than give me an open betrayal. You understand what I'm trying to say? And for the second one, if you have every reason to go and you don't have any reason to stay, I think it is not loyalty. I think it's stupidity for me. Femberite, over to you.
Femberite, go ahead.
So here's my question. I have 3 questions for you. The first question is, now that we know that you are officially single,
Oh, damn fuck.
Mr. Nosa, now that we know, what do you think when a woman go on a date with you and she start asking you your salary or what do you do? How do you feel about it? One, that's the first question. The second question is, do you see yourself coaching other men that are having the same situation in the future, how to manage themselves when they are going through this situation that you just gone through? Because there are a lot of also men, women and men that are going through this situation. Do you see yourself as a divorce coach in the future? That's my second question. And my third question, okay, let me give you 2. Yeah, let me give you 2 so that it wouldn't be too much, okay?
It's fine. First,
Thank you. Oh, Jesus.
first,
Femberite. It be like saying now because of you, make Nosa make talk this and for not ask that question today.
no, but
God.
it's fine.
Please go ahead.
First question. I've even forgotten the first question, sir. Wait, I'm coming. What was the first question? Okay, I can start with the second question. Maybe then I can pick up from the first question. The second question: if I see myself as a divorced coach or advising men to who are in situations like being divorced doesn't give me experiences, you understand, or give me that privileges to sit and say I'm knowledgeable about some certain things, you understand. I need to be schooled in some certain processes, you understand. My dad is a doctor, doesn't make me a doctor because I live in the house of a doctor, so I need to be schooled. I need to take a professional training on it, and so I don't end up training people with my emotions and not facts. You understand? Having an experience on something doesn't give you. I know you have an upper hand in understanding the situation, but doesn't give you the license to lecture people on what is right or what is wrong in a marriage because you've had an experience on it. If you want to be a divorce coach or a marriage counselor or a therapy also, I think you should be registered for a course on it and be properly trained where you take your emotions out, because most times emotions becloud the sense of we seeing things as facts. You understand what I'm saying? And most times we can start to think that we're lecturing people, but we're not really lecturing people. We're actually passing out our toxicity to people. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when you've experienced a situation and you start to feel like you have more knowledge about it, I don't think it's only a phase to you. So if you want to be a coach on certain things in respect to relationship and marriage because you've been there. I've seen fools lives in marriage for 30 years. They were both fools in the marriage, but they were living. It doesn't mean that being in marriage for 30 years makes you wise. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm coming. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that is it. So I think you should take a course on it. And your first question, what was your first question? If I
If
go
you
on a date,
eventually
I
get
remember
to go on a date and the lady asks you,
what my financial grant, I think that date ends immediately because that lady is a criminal, honestly. You understand? Because there's a part of the Bible that says, write your vision and make it clear. So if your vision is monetary based, you're a criminal. So that's why I said one of my rules of going into a relationship is you must be in a relationship with somebody that has to that's just it. So if you're not coming to know my value and my input in the relationship rather than my financial grant, that means you're a criminal.
all right, guys, we are rounding up this podcast in the next 10 minutes. So we have an open platform for everybody to come deliberate on Nosas talk today. But then again, before we are tapping to 20K likes, guys, can you have your hand on your screen and help me tap to 20K? Guys, come on. So before I take Mommy J, I have 3 questions for you at the comment section. One, the person is asking. Are you hearing me, no, sir? You're hearing me?
I can hear you.
Okay, the person is asking, he said, what make you superior than unprivileged, uneducated people? That's the first question. What makes you superior than unprivileged and uneducated people?
Yeah, first, I never said I was superior. And there's no amount of knowledge you have that can supersede wisdom. So that's why even Solomon said, in all you seek for, seek wisdom. I've seen many medical doctors who are well trained in medicine and they smoke. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the causes in medical line is that smoking is liable to die young. But they smoke, so you can be knowledgeable doesn't actually ascribe to wisdom. So Proverbs said, in all you get is a principle to get wisdom. So, and I've seen many uneducated people who are blessed with good wisdoms, but they are not knowledgeable to the facts of life. So, knowledge is to know, and wisdom is to be wise. And I think
Next
education is
question.
not a standpoint for privileges. I think if you have wisdom, you are up there. Next question.
The next question says, what were you doing in the red light? Red light district that you just spoke about. Where do you go find for there?
Oh, red light district in Belgium, Brussels. It's popular for whereby we as Africans. I think the construction of Belgium is not a big country for those who have visited Belgium, and things only happens in Brussels and in Antwerp. But I live in a very far city of Ghent, and so if you want to get anything, like you want to have an African party, make African food, you want to hang out with friends or just have a drink, it's on that district. And most of the red light district has some nice African bars, club, and where you can just chill. And it's very popular for the African ladies too. But so it's a
Okay, is it African men that go to patronize the red light district?
apparently I don't think they even do with Africans. They're always focused on the white. Yeah, I don't think they accept Africans. Mostly Nigerians, so I don't think for one or two.
Okay, official Mommy J, go ahead with your question.
Okay, Mr. Nosa, I wanted to ask, what would you do if you actually find yourself in an environment or in a conversation that is not intelligent enough, and you finding yourself in that place? Maybe like, okay, I'm on Blessing's platform right now, and Blessing might actually be someone that I like so much, and but in that environment, I've seen a lot of people, or just example, people that can't hold conversations, people that they attempt to, from conversation, they just turn it to shouting matches and all of that. What do you advise in such scenario? What do you expect the person to do? Or should that person block, or, exit, or even block the person being Blessing? Like, I don't want to see this person's life anymore because it's unhealthy for me also. Just what do you advise that person to do?
All
I
right,
think
thank you, Mama.
uh, uh, mm, it depends. It depends. Inspiring generation. I see. It depends. First, every nonsense there's always a sense. I think most times people come on TikTok to always want to give and not receive. You understand? You can learn from stupidity and know that okay, this is how people also observe and view life in a certain way. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it must not be that you must always be on the platform where you're the one to contribute, where you're the chief speaker, where you're the so most times, like me, most times when I want to enjoy a good time at work, I go to Fedra's platform, the Lucky Nice, Proco, uh, Perigodin, Nokia, the Saga platform because I enjoy it because it might look like, oh, this guy is a Saga, but you hear some funny word. That's when I know that Apricot, you want dork. So it's entertaining to me in one way. And it's also, it gives you idea how people see things, how people view things from different angles. And so you understand when you think you have the monopoly of wisdom, that's the beginning of failure. So you need to go into spaces and learn how people also understand life from a different angle. And that gives you a better idea towards navigating your life because they say we're with foolish mistakes, wise correct their own. So you understand, and there's also a popular advice that I was once told that when they advise person with small word, if you wise, if you enter belly, it will become big word. So that's just it.
All
Inspiring
right, hi,
generation.
inspiring generation. Please go ahead with your question, sir.
Hey, good
Blessing,
afternoon.
check
Good
your message.
afternoon. Can
Did
you
you get
guys
my
hear me at
message?
all?
Yeah, inspiring. I can hear you.
Can you
Did
hear
you get
me?
my message?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Blessing. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, inspiring. Blessing, drop my message. Okay, inspiring. Go on.
All right. So, real quick,
Down.
I've been enjoying the session. I slept off. I woke up. It's been a very tiring weekend, and yeah, I enjoyed the sessions. However, I don't know. Is this the right time to give like an observation, or is just for questions?
This
Just
time
over
is
to
just for questions, and in the next few minutes, we'll be able to give observations.
Okay, fine. I mean, no problem. I just don't want the place to be, crowded with too many people and all the talking, gossip, shouting, and all those before I, give my own observations. But it's all right. I respect that. When that time comes, I'll be up and then just contribute a little bit. Yeah, but
All right,
Nusa,
thank you so
kudos
much.
to you. You did a great job. I love the fact that you were you were a little bit vulnerable, which is not a weakness for a man. It's okay to be vulnerable at some point. I love the fact that you were able to, just become and just express yourself, opening yourself up, like an open book, and that is
He's coming
absolutely
here
amazing.
to do fine boy. He's looking for a woman.
Again, be careful because now that these ladies know that you're single, King David, we say now that these people, ladies know
You
that
will
you're
not have
single.
peace again.
You
Your
won't you won't have
DM.
peace. So be careful, tread carefully, and take your time and don't rush it. The relationship is not for the weak. Don't rush it, and you come join us very soon again. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, bro. I really appreciate it. For your blessing over. Thank you, Inspiring. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Blessing.
Okay, I think I have Femrit. After Femrit, then we'll go to my question. I'll be the last person to question you for the day. Then we are done, guys. We didn't tap. We have never got it to 20K likes. This is not fair, and I didn't want to pause the live. Guys, tap so I don't pause the live for us to tap.
Yeah, we go again.
Go ahead, Mary.
Yes, Mr. Nosta, I have 2 questions for you. The first question is, what do you wish you would have known about coming to Europe? And what is one advice you have for us as immigrants that are in Europe or Africans that are in Europe? And that is the first question. And my second question is...
Wait, let me just repeat your first question. What is one thing I wished that I would have done or know better?
No, yeah.
I'll answer one in a sarcastic way.
Bless you. Wait, I get my second question. May I not go put your picture? Saga you later.
One thing I need to ask to say what I know about coming to Europe that I never knew. So a funny answer. First question was I never knew it was difficult to get satana. That's one of my favorite food, fufu, but it's difficult for me to get fufu here in Europe. And also one of the other things I think in Europe, what is that one thing it's really going to be, there's no life in Europe, it's just work, it's a stereotype life. Then the second question.
Thank you. This part 2 of the first question, because I have a follow-up second question. The part 2 of what is your advice?
Please go to the next question. It's Femrit. Okay, we can't stay here all day.
Wait now,
we got to go.
I go to collect.
I still have one person in the comment section.
Not gonna do like this. So this is my question. What's one advice you have for us as Africans in Europe? And the second question is, Mr. Nosa, is your DM open for the ladies? And how do you feel about women sending you a message and expressing their emotions, their feelings, and wanting to see a future with you? So that is my question.
That friend where you they talking for, you need deliverance.
He can say you.
Where they use you content ask questions. Instead of her to just come up, express herself now for here. Oh my God. Go ahead, Nosa, please.
The second question, if my DM is open, my DM was never private. And relationship is not, I don't need a relationship for now. I have other things and dreams and aspirations that I look forward to achieving. You understand?
Hold up. You said you don't need a relationship for now. There's an IV in the comment section that is protecting you for somebody. He said you guys are in a situationship. She have repeatedly said, are you in a situationship, sir? So that we'll know now. With those ladies that enter DM will stop wasting their time. He said you're in a situationship with somebody that is apparently not here today.
Anything anyone thinks. I told you earlier on TikTok, I'm not obliged to give people a sense of my feelings to manipulate, and so I sees it like that. I am not here to change anybody's fact. And then the second question, if a lady DMs me for a relationship or a conversation, see, I think until we start to know that there are many things more productive than being in a relationship, to meet people that are beautiful, but they have more to offer than just sex. You understand? Something like I would say, until you start to know people are currencies. You understand what I'm trying to say? You will know that everybody that you see in life seems to be very important to you, because when you understand the value of people, you understand, like for those who are Christians, you understand it was an ape that told the king to go bathe in the water for 7 times, you understand, and that asset might just be one of the lowest in the ranks when it comes to the King's Palace. But that's people can impact your life or change your destiny. I can also share the stories of Joseph in the prison. It was just one person who was with the prison that who never felt like one day I could get out of prison and go to the palace. That when there was a time that Joseph output was needed, that the person said, I know a friend. He's in prison. He's very good in interpreting dreams. So there's more to TikTok than just Saga. I think I've said this more and more again.
Me,
That people,
guys, Nosa will enter relationship whether he like it or he not like it. If you like him, go to his DM. All this big English he's speaking, relationship is not for me, is a lie. We are planning to force him to enter that relationship, whether it's for him or it's not for him. So please go to his DM if you like him. So just saying, I am part of that friend that will bundle the relationship and put on Nosa whether he like it or not.
Miss J.
Trials. Miss J, hi. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, good evening. No, sir, no worry. My question will go bust the internet. I have two questions actually. No, sir, my first question is, have you been in a relationship since you separated from your ex-wife, and whether relationship, situationship, whatever? Because you know if you tell me say since then say you don't go into celibacy. That's one. Then the second question is, are you also open to maybe getting married to a woman that maybe already had kids and she says she don't want to have kids again? Can you be in such situation, or is a no for you?
There's whether you don't duck. That's your favorite. There's whether you don't duck since you break up. That's your favorite word. No, sir, you don't duck.
You come? I can't hear you.
I'm calm. Go ahead. I just muted. Leave me on my laugh. Answer the question. No, sir, you don't duck.
General Blaze, I see your respect. Okay, second question. Let's start with the second question. Do I look forward to going into a relationship with someone who seems not to want to cheat anymore? I think the probability is very tiny because I only have a son and I look forward to having more kids. So I don't see any reasons why I would want to settle for somebody that don't want to have kids anymore. I think one child is not. I know, fine, I'm so crazily in love with my son, and my present relationship is tied to my son presently, and I'm tied to giving him the best I can. Then for the first question, if I've ever ventured into, I think that would be too personal, and I think it's beginning to go too personal. I skipped the first one. I know I skipped it.
It don't cast. Hey, it don't cast. Guys, we are tapping to 20K. Let's take this break. It don't cast. It don't cast. Hey, it don't cast. Hey. I beg, we are tapping to 20K, guys. Come on, put your hand on your screen. Mona, they tap on our screen. He don't search for the house.
Too many as that not normal thing. Press the door with the big machine. Girlfriend wanna suck my teeth, but not be that courtesy I be. If I post smoke, give you enough pass, that you say don't cast it. No last chance. It don't cast you, it don't cast you, it don't cast it. It don't cast. It don't cast, it don't cast. Say it don't cast.
We are going to 20K, guys. I'm not seeing your tab. Thank you, Daniel, for the tab. Guys, let me see your tab.
We carry your girl on foot, so we'll close for net.
Come on, guys, let's keep tapping. I'm only seeing Daniel tap.
My location,
Sensational, I got the conditioner. Will you really practitioner? This one I see your guitar.
Thank you, Vengeance. Guys, let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping.
She don't suck. Who go pay for a wig and number? When he wants up, she go holla big balls. All along, she dey follow big boss. Punish me like African mom. Charlie Pop, you go man cause. Come on, body with the bomb bread. For the contest, cash. Obrigado on the conquest.
We have Plutomanias, that's not normal thing. Presido with the big machine. Your girlfriend wanna suck my team, but not be that guy PCIP. If I post smoke, give you a enough pass, that say don't pass.
We are going to 20K, guys. Come on, let's get there on time. So we'll continue. He don't cast.
He don't cast, he don't cast.
Come on, he don't cast. No, sir, he don't call. They don't call no, sir. Eh?
He don't cast, he don't cast. Say.
He don't cast. We are going to 20K live. Babe, when no sir they deny, don't call her. No sir, babe, don't call her. You know why? The situation don't call you.
The message.
Guys, we are tapping. We are tapping. We are tapping. I'm not checking anything. They don't call you. Guys, we are tapping. Oh my God. Let's get to 20K so we'll continue. We still have 2 people in the comment section.
Read that message. Maxine, read that message.
Worldwide Plutomanias, that's not normal thing. Presido with the big machine. Your girlfriend wanna suck my team, but not be that guy PCIP. If I post smoke, give you a enough pass, that me say don't cast it. No last chance. He don't cast you, he don't cast you, he don't cast. He don't cast. He don't cast, he don't cast.
He don't cast.
He don't cast you.
He don't cast. Hey! He don't cast. We don't be here.
He don't cast. He don't cast.
He don't cast. So that they whine me. So that they whine me. No, sir, come back here. Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm not even come for no self. He don't cast. He don't cast.
Use both no flats. She locate to my location. So I go to vibration.
Sensational, I got the conditioner. Will you really practitioner? This one I see your guitar. Mina mama sita. If girl I need your wood and mama. You should not fuck, you should not suck. Who go pay for a big number? When he wants up, she go holla big gold. All along, she
Okay, guys, we just have a few minutes more to go with Nosa. By 10:30 p.m. we are rounding up, and we took. I've read it. We took Nosati this long because he requested. I can't go more than 10:30 anymore. We have to go. Tomorrow is Sunday. I need to go to church. People need to go to church. So I'm so sorry. I wish I could take it longer, but I don't think I can. But let's go ahead. Meme, go ahead with your question.
Me, I actually don't have any question because me, I know they trouble somebody. Nobody troubles me. I just want to sing a song. He don't cast. He don't cast. He don't cast.
Come on, go cast the cast or conversation. Come on for there. Yes, it be. Come on, go the cast the cast or conversation. Oh God. Who said merit? No, before I bring up merit, let me ask all my questions first. You know, I told you I have some questions for you that I need to dive into that I've not asked. So I want to ask. Great Uniben student. Great Uniben student. Now let's come down to courtism. Sir, I want to know, why are you an AYE? Why did you join AYE? What was it? What was the reason? Is it because you were in school? Or because you feel the movement is good? Or because you feel it will help? Why you go bam? Why you go bam? That's my question to you, sir. Oh my God! Wait, before as he don't leave you speechless. Wait first. As I've left you speechless, let's go.
They follow me, boss. Punish me like African mom. Charlie pop you go man toss. Come on, body with the bomb bread. Contest cash. Obrigado on the conquest.
We have flew to Vegas, and I know my team.
Huh?
Go with the big machine. Your girlfriend wanna see my team, but not be that capacity happy. If I pass smoke, give you a enough pass. That me say don't cast. No last chance. You don't cast, you don't cast, you don't cast. You don't cast. You don't cast, you don't cast. I say, you don't cast. You don't cast, you don't cast. You don't cast, you don't cast. I say, you don't cast.
Okay now. Let's go ahead with our question. Before we dey cast everywhere, who you be? But I don't come beat me, oh. The one I did, oh. I'm just a question. Don't be angry with the messenger. I'm just a questioner. All I do on Blessings Podcast is ask curious questions. So, guys, entertain my question. Before una shut me up for comment section, make una mute. So, Kwanike, I no ask una question. What is it? Go ahead, Papa. You want to answer or you want to skip?
First and foremost, being a member of the MBM, as you said, it's not a crime, honestly. I think the movement as of today has been embarrassed, and people have actually channeled it with the wrong energy, which every association can be infiltrated by followers, I must say. And it's something I'm proud of, so that's why I wish not to skip. And it's something I'm not with full chest about, because we've done so much humanitarian services. Presently, we're doing the Back to School project in Nigeria. I think if you're familiar with it, I think you should know that we're doing a Back to School project. And then what was the question? Why I actually choose to be a member of a movement? There's so
Of
much.
that movement, because don't forget, in Nigeria we have so many. We have the AS, we have Buccaneers, we have My Fight, we have Pirates. Okay, I think we have Vikings. Those are the ones I can remember. So why was it Neo Black movement of Africa? Why was it Neo Black? You see, I'm quite knowledgeable. I just gave you the full name. Why was it Neo Black Movement of Africa? Why didn't you go for any other one?
Like I have friends from other crossbreed. I think knowledgeable. I think you should understand that it's a Pan-Africanist movement. Whereby we've seen the likes of knowledgeable professors and knowledgeable freedom fighters, you understand, come out from the movement, and it is a movement that is bettered in the discipline and loyalty, and then we draw strength from strong names like Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana, Modibo Keita, Sylvanus Olympios, Thomas Sankara, Olusegun Mandela, likes of Samora Moses Machel and Eduardo Monle. We have likes of Kenneth Kaunda. We have likes of all these are top freedom fighter, Jomo Kenyatta from Kenya, even from Nigeria, Bafemi Awolowo and Sir Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe. We had so much people, you understand, that's actually promoted this light, but I think people see it from a bad light because it has been infiltrated by scholars and people who have actually not been able to define purpose. And I think we also get these things in church. They are prostitutes in church, they are criminals in church, you understand, even in other religion and other sectors of life. So I think people just see it in a bad light. That's why I'm answering it, to clear it. It's not, because one thing about life is that the bad always speaks louder than the good, and so it's something I've been into, and I've seen many humanitarian service come across from it, and it's been so important to the lives of fighting against the black oppressed. I've seen whereby it has exhibited in Europe and people brought back their freedom, they were being oppressed and stuff like that. So I think it's something I'm proud of. So you got your answer, right?
When did I send request? Okay, I forgot my question. Oh. Wait.
Verse, I don't forget, say I send request. I forget my question too. Just drop me. Moderator, give me ladder.
So
Okay. First of all, guys, let's keep tapping. Second of all, it's beautiful to know that you all are concerned to ask me questions or to tell me the kind of question to ask in the comment section. It's good to know that you guys are all interested and you think Nosa is a child, that you guys can literally tell what to answer and what not to answer. That's a beautiful one. But thank you,
I
guys.
just want to put a
But
disclaimer.
please, the questions you are
I
asking
just want to put a
on the
disclaimer.
comment section, don't come up here to ask me those questions, please.
Blessing. I just want
With
to put
all
a
due respect.
MBM is not a court, or it's an association. I just want to put that disclaimer. And if you want to, I can refer you to go make some research about it, and you see that even it's an association and it's a registered association, and so if it's registered, I guess you should know that it has been approved by government, and we have zones everywhere. Even it's registered, even in Belgium, in Italy, in all countries. You can never mention, even in Italy, I can say we have like 4 zones officially registered, and so it is not a court, it's a movement, and it's a philanthropic movement. So, and it's tied up to humanitarian service. I see you, TMM.
Okay, I don't know who is this, the fake account. No, I'm not running a martial court here. I can take feedback, but you don't tell me the questions to ask my guests. My guests have one rule and one right. Reject any question that you don't want to answer. But telling me the questions to ask, that is the one that is not a feedback to me. Okay? You give me feedback on what to do, on how to improve the show, it is welcome. But please do not give me feedback on the kind of questions to ask. If my guests have one decision, trash any questions you don't want to answer, which they have the right to. And I don't force anybody to answer any question, but I have the right to ask any questions in my heart to anybody. Okay? And it's what you guys do on time, every time. Tell me, you're too extreme. Don't go. Why did you think I started podcast? To come and be asking what's your name? Have you shop? What did you shop last night? No, that's not the reason. I opened podcast to ask deep and in-depth questions. If you don't want to answer, you trash it. All right. This is for you, Nosa. I know you have already said a lot about my questions, and I know you are pre-informed about the questions I'm going to ask, and you gave me the permission to go ahead and ask all my questions. So I'm asking, you were told I will go in depth, and you told me no problem, I would honor the invitation, and you can go ahead and ask as much questions as you want to ask, and that is what I am doing, sir. So you spoke about the movement being infiltrated because we have a lot of people that are taking it for granted at the moment. But my next question is, when an agenda has been hijacked by people that are not part of the origination of that agenda, is it not the right thing to do to go back to the drawing board and flush out those that needs to be flushed out, and then restart from afresh the main purpose of this agenda? Is it not right to fight against those that are fighting against the agenda of the movement. Because like I said, it's a movement. It's not some secret society. It's a movement. So why are you guys not going back to the drawing board and put effort to flush out the bad eggs among you? Because that's the reason for all the bad names we are having today. That some people, when they hear, they don't want to listen. They don't even want to hear the name.
So presently, I think if you're conversant with what's happening, well, that is what is presently going on at the moment, and I think very soon you will be seeing more of that being openly showed up. But I think for now you should just be patient and see how everything suffices and plays out. But for now, I think that is what is the top on the list at the moment, and we're making effort to see that we bring back discipline. And the reason I see you, man, the reason for why the movement was actually being brought over will be truly defined, I think so. I see you, bro. Hello, boss, respect, I see you. So that's it.
Okay. All right. So are you actually telling us that works are being put in place to fix the things that are up, right? Is that what you're trying to fix the challenges we are having in the movement?
Yeah, presently we're having an operation cleaning process whereby we're actually going back to the drawing board and we're making things right. And so if you conversant with how these things goes, you'll see that effort have been put in place. And even in zones, that's why you don't see those noises on TikTok, you don't see all those threats and stuff like that. The aim of it is beginning to take its proper course, and disciplinary actions are being put in every zone to make sure that I think we're getting there.
Now, my last question on the movement. My last question. If I am in a party, no, you know why I'm asking the question?
You can talk. I want to talk. I'm out of battery.
I remember there was a time in Nigeria where you are proud to be in. I have been privileged to be in one of their, I think it's July 7th party. I can't remember I think it's July, is it not July 7/7, or I can't remember. I think it's 7/7, end of annual festive that you guys do. I've been there. And when I went there, I saw the style and everything. It was quite impressive. Truly, it was quite impressive. But when we now come to our society, it's not like that. So when I'm in a party and I see one of the members of the movement constituting nuisance in the party, is there a number that I can call to say, look at what is happening here? Your member is fighting because somebody matched his leg or somebody matched his girlfriend's leg.
Can you hear me, Blessing? Sorry, I think I was running out of battery. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you clearly, sir.
Normally, there's a number you call when situation goes out of hand, and that's the police number, I think so. So when somebody we're not police officers, I think the right thing is to do is to report the person to the right authority. And so I think that's what I would advise everybody to do. Even if it's me, there's a number you can call and you just report them to the right authority. And there's a general number which is 112. So you can save that on your phone, 112, and then you can call when people are out of place.
All right. Thank you so much, Nosa, for giving us your time tonight. And I think this is how far we can go with you for tonight. It's been an amazing session with you. Yeah, we still have 2 minutes. So that 2 minutes, let me use it to interact with Nosa. Somebody is asking you in the comment section, will you date another than he or she? He said he has a friend that is interested in you. So will you date the person's friend?
No. I'm not. I didn't come on the podcast to sign up for a relationship. I came up on the podcast to see that
for us to package him and put him in a relationship.
I came on the
It's part of
podcast
the package.
to be able to clear up some certain news that we're hearing on pertaining to some statements that are not true, and also to give the podcast a new meaning. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because when we have the privileges to be given the mic to speak on truth, we have to do everything possible to be able to speak on truth. So I am fine where I am at the moment, and my other personal life is left private for now till time. So for me, I just feel like what me I always say, even being divorced, I think most of the issues on my divorce history happens to be me, not on the woman. So I have to take the blame because I lost leadership value, and I think I need to go and take time to discover myself and work on myself and have a better understanding about it and set out for it. So I just wanted to also to put a disclaimer on the fact that the trip that we invest our time, General Blaze respect, was we put our time and money and everything on. It's not the way people have actually said it to be, and so that is it. And thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. And guys, that is all we can take with Nosa for today. Thank you all that came up to ask him questions. Thank you all my advisors that were in the comment section.
My good friend, why didn't you come up to ask a question? TTM, I see you. Good night, my respect was. Paula, you didn't misspeak, you didn't come to ask questions? No, just joking, she's my friend. And can I just get 2 minutes to address some certain things if I am being privileged?
Sure, go ahead.
First, I want to recap on the statement I made first on the issue of the trip, because I am somebody that is so business minded, and when I see people invest their time and money on certain things, people come out from nowhere to want to put it down. I think it's not advisable. So I would advise for those who think or who have actually gone with the notion about the trip, I think it's advisable that if you want to get a better understanding, you should give the trip a thought and pay for it and come and have the best of life in it. Don't spoil people's business or spoil people's fun because you feel you can just say any things that are not true. And the next one is I've been privileged to have worked on this podcast for a very long time, and I've invested time and energy, not money yet. You understand what I'm saying? And I've seen how the podcast has been able to grow. We've had privileges to have lots of different people come on the podcast, and actually, maybe I might even be the boringest of all. You understand? I will look forward to taking the podcast to the next level, and I think I just want to put it straight that I don't know whether Blessing have another motive. Last time we spoke, he told me that it was based on going deep to understanding how life works on TikTok, entertaining, innovative, and educative. Those are the 3 things I figured out. So I don't think it's right for people to come up and discredit people's hard work. I advise that when you try out something or you try out a business, you know the effort that has been made, and so I advise that you don't come up and discredit people's effort all in the name of you just want to say things for talking's sake. So that's just it, and thank you for having me. Blessing.
All right, thank you so much, Nosa. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate your effort so far. Thank you. It was nice having you. So I'll bring you down shortly so I have a talk with this man. Apoko people. Guys, it was an amazing moment with Nosa. And I say thank you all for all the talk, all the correction, all the them say, all the una wan shop me. What is it? Pray you are not on my hot seat. I will ask you to the extent I want to know the color of the pants you're wearing, ma or sir. So you guys don't be whining yourself. The day you come to this hot seat, prepare for yourself. Prepare. Because I will ask you question. As nobody already the hot for comment section, you feel best come down, go safe. That's the reason why I have a podcast, to ask you question. And then this is the last thing I want to say before I bring people up to come up and hear your view. I am registered for this trip, guys. And I'm paid my money. Nobody paid for me. So I paid my hard-earned money to go for this trip. No ma pay for me. So I know you see all those talk, say ma, they pay, gather there, pay for there. Then I know the narco show free too. Do you understand? And I'm very sure I have pretty women that are also going on those trips, and they know the narco show free. So they don't use their money to pay. There's somebody go knock them. And then again, if I ever choose to knock anybody, now I know I borrow the money for your hand. I don't borrow your own now. What is it? What is it? I beg. The only thing I want to say is, guys, the trip, if the slot is still, I think the slot is full. I'm not prepare for the next one. All this noise. Because now the enemy of enjoyment, now this one's be. It's time to go have fun. Let's go dance. It is summer. And you know the beautiful thing in our summer. Maybe my own, I go use Penta with that snap picture. Call poster for TikTok. So that make the TikTok say, hey, not here. Now they go naked for the trip. Voila. Anyway, thank you all guys for coming tonight. Thank you for joining this podcast. So you can send me your request now if you have something to say. And all those people that they like to comment section, come and say it to my face. If you know they fear this face, come and say it to me. Especially all these fake accounts. Fake account pay food there. Everybody go open. I know they understand. Everybody go open fake account. Because they do prognosis for TikTok. What is it? You guys should calm down. Calm down. What is it? I go open fake account. Because they talk, climb up. One of those fake accounts, climb up. Come and say what you have been saying in that comment section. Come and say it to my face. Come and say it to my face so I sue you to court. Anyway, it's been fun. And you should be happy that you're privileged to have a beautiful woman like me ask you questions. Not be others already to say, woman not the carry mass, sit down, ask her